My beloved child, listen closely, for what I am about to reveal to you is not a small thing, not a passing thought, not a fleeting whisper carried by the wind. This is a divine warning sent to protect your heart, your home, and the one who carried you long before the world ever knew your name. I speak to you now because the danger forming around your mother is real, and the hands behind it are not clean, not innocent, not filled with love. I need you to hear me with your spirit, not only with your ears. I need you to feel this message in the deepest place of your soul, because the attack forming against your mother was designed in silence, in shadows, in jealousy, in greed, and in the coldness of human hearts that have forgotten compassion. Someone is planning to kick your mother out, and they plan to do it by using something against her that she does not deserve, something twisted, something manipulated, something created for the purpose of harm. You must understand, my child, this is not just a situation, not just a family dispute, not just another earthly problem. This is spiritual warfare aimed at the one who gave you life, the one whose tears shaped your future, the one whose sacrifices built the foundation beneath your feet. Your mother is being targeted by a heart that has grown dark, by someone who pretends to care while secretly plotting to push her away, to remove her, to tear her stability from her hands. And they are planning to use this, a document, a message, a lie, a misunderstanding, a twisted narrative that was never meant to define her character. They want to take one small thing, one vulnerable detail, one moment of weakness she once had, and stretch it, enlarge it, weaponize it. Hear me, my child. They want to use it as the reason to remove her, the excuse to dishonor her, the justification to make her powerless. But I will not allow this plan to unfold without alerting you first. I warn you now because heaven sees everything that human eyes overlook. I see the conversations behind closed doors. I see the glances filled with envy. I see the plotting that tries to disguise itself as concern, as logic, as responsibility, as what must be done. They think no one knows. But I know. Your mother has been walking around with a heaviness she cannot express. She feels something shifting. She senses something wrong. She feels the tension in the atmosphere, even if she cannot explain it. She feels the emotional temperature changing, the silent judgments hanging in the air, the distance growing from someone who once acted warm. She feels the storm forming, even though she cannot see the clouds. And you, my child, you have also felt it, haven't you? You have felt strange energy around your mother lately. You have felt that something is off. You have noticed someone's tone changing, someone's behavior shifting, someone's heart turning cold when it comes to her. This is because the plan has already begun in the invisible realm, and now it is slowly bleeding into the visible world. So I come to you with urgency, with divine timing, with the authority of heaven, and I say, be careful. Someone is planning to kick your mother out by using this. A tool of manipulation that they believe gives them power. But hear me, their weapon is weak compared to my truth. Their plan is fragile compared to my protection. Their scheme is temporary compared to my eternal authority. Your mother may be vulnerable in the eyes of people, but she is not vulnerable in mine. She may seem quiet, gentle, emotional, forgiving, but do not mistake her tenderness for weakness. Your mother is surrounded by angels. Her tears have built altars in heaven. Her prayers carry weight. Her heart is precious to me. And anyone who thinks they can move her out of the way without consequences is deeply mistaken. But I do not want you ignorant, my beloved child. I want you to be spiritually awake. I want you to pay attention to the signs I am placing before you. I want you to see the truth before it becomes a crisis. Because the one who is planning this is not doing it out of necessity. Not out of righteousness. Not out of genuine concern. They are doing it out of convenience, self-interest, insecurity, and pride. They want control. They want dominance. They want the upper hand. They want to shape the environment to their liking. And they see your mother as an obstacle. So they want to use this, a mistake she made in the past, a misunderstanding that was never cleared, a financial issue, a legal technicality, a rumor, a flaw she once confessed in trust, a private matter she shared with the wrong person. They want to take that one detail and exaggerate it, highlight it, twist it, present it as reasonable grounds to push her out. But do you know why their plan is failing even before it begins? Because I am exposing it. I am shining light into the shadows. I am turning whispers into noise. I am making the hidden visible. I am revealing intentions long before they strike. I am placing this message in your hands so you can protect the one who once protected you when you were defenseless. Your mother needs you now more than she has ever needed you in your entire life. She needs your eyes open. She needs your voice strong. She needs your presence steady. She needs your awareness sharp. For too long, she has carried the weight alone. For too long, she has been the quiet, faithful warrior who rarely speaks of her pain. For too long, she has endured things she never told you about, just to keep peace, just to keep stability, just to keep hope alive. But this attack, this attempt to remove her, this attempted betrayal, this cruel strategy decorated with polite words, is not something she can fight alone. You must stand with her. Not with anger. Not with violence. Not with fear. Stand with her in wisdom. Stand with her in awareness. Stand with her in discernment. Stand with her in quiet strength. Because the person plotting this believes no one will notice. They believe no one will defend her. They believe you will stay silent. They believe she has no support. They believe she is easy to push aside. They have underestimated the power of a child who listens to God. They do not know that you are being warned before they strike. They do not know that heaven is watching their every move. They do not know that angels are blocking their path even now. They do not know that what they intend for harm will return to them as judgment. I want you to understand this, my child. Every mother I bless carries sacred favor, and your mother is surrounded by divine compassion. Her tears have reached me. Her prayers for you have been precious incense before my throne. Her sacrifices have never gone unseen. Her struggles have never gone unnoticed. And that is why I am stepping in. That is why I am warning you. That is why I am speaking with such intensity. Because your mother is not just another woman in the world. She is a chosen vessel who has poured her soul into your existence. I will not allow anyone to harm her without alerting you first. And now, I need you to listen even deeper. The person planning this is closer than you think. Not a stranger. Not someone far away. Not someone who has no access. This is someone with familiarity, someone with influence, someone who has positioned themselves in the inner circle, someone who pretends to care while secretly harboring bitterness or resentment. They smile at her. They greet her. They speak politely. But I see the hidden thoughts, the judgment behind the gestures, the impatience behind the small talk, the calculations behind their silence. They believe they have the advantage. They believe they can move her out without resistance. They believe they can justify it by pointing to this one thing they want to use against her. But I am telling you, their plan is crumbling in real time. Because you have been chosen as her protector in this moment. You are the one I am raising to stand in the gap. You are the one I am equipping with spiritual clarity. You are the one who will see the truth and stop the unfolding of this plan. Do not worry. Do not fear. Do not panic. But be attentive. Be alert. Be discerning. Watch the way people speak around your mother. Watch the sudden attitude shifts. Watch the attempts to isolate her. Watch the subtle suggestions disguised as concern. Watch the way someone tries to guide decisions. Watch the sudden pressure toward change. These are signs. These are signals. These are the indicators that my warning is accurate and timely. And now, my child, I will continue revealing what this person intends to use, and how you can break their plan before it ever reaches your mother. I am not finished speaking to you, my child. What I revealed to you in the beginning was only the surface of the storm that is forming. Now I must open the deeper layer, the part beneath the visible, the part where intentions grow roots, the part where hidden motives start shaping real consequences. You must understand what this truly is, the thing they want to use, the thing they want to twist, the thing they want to hold up as their justification. It is not simply an object or a document or a detail. It is a tool they believe gives them control. It is a weakness they think they can exploit. It is something your mother once trusted them with, something she believed was safe in their hands, something she shared with innocence, not knowing it would later be turned into a weapon. Your mother has always been open-hearted. She trusts easily. She forgives quickly. She speaks honestly. She has never learned to guard herself against people who wear masks. She sees the good even when others hide their intentions under false smiles and polite gestures. This is why she never imagined someone close would use her vulnerability against her. She never imagined someone she offered kindness to would one day stand against her. She never imagined that the same person who once accepted her help would later try to push her out of the very place she built with her strength. But the truth is rising like sunlight breaking over the horizon. The truth cannot stay hidden from you anymore. The truth is that someone is trying to remove your mother by using something she should have never trusted them with. My child, let me make it clear for you, they want to use her past. They want to use her mistakes. They want to use a misunderstanding. They want to use a financial detail. They want to use a piece of information she thought was harmless at the time. They want to use her humility. They want to use her silence. They want to use it because they know she is not the type to fight back. She is not the type to raise her voice, not the type to create conflict, not the type to defend herself aggressively. She would rather suffer quietly than cause disruption. She would rather cry alone than humiliate someone. She would rather absorb pain than return pain. They know this. They depend on this. They assume she will remain silent, as she always has, even when the attack comes directly toward her. But I, the Lord your God, am changing the story. Her silence will not be her downfall. Your awareness will be her shield. Your presence will be her protection. Your voice will be the wall they cannot cross. That is why I speak to you now with intensity. Because the one planning this thinks that you are unaware. They think you are distracted. They think you will not notice the shifts in behavior. They think you will not interpret the signs. They think you will not see their plan unfolding. But I am opening your eyes. I am sharpening your spirit. I am increasing your discernment. My child, pay attention to the timing. This plot is being formed at a very specific moment in your mother's life, a moment of emotional vulnerability, a moment when she feels tired, a moment when she is overwhelmed, a moment when she is trying to hold things together with diminishing strength. They sense her fatigue. They sense her fragility. They sense her exhaustion. And they believe this is the perfect moment to strike. But I tell you now, they have chosen the wrong moment. Because when a child rises in spiritual awareness, even the strongest human plan collapses like dust under divine breath. Listen closely, my child. Let me show you more of this person's heart. Let me reveal the truth they try to hide. Let me expose the reasoning behind their actions. This person sees your mother as an inconvenience. They see her presence as a barrier to their comfort. They see her voice as something that challenges their authority. They see her wisdom as a threat to their illusion of control. They see her existence as something that does not benefit them. They want space. They want authority. They want power. They want a version of life where your mother is removed, so they can shape things according to their own desires. And so they search for something, anything, they can use. They look through old moments. They revisit old conversations. They bring up things that were already forgiven. They twist words that were spoken in innocence. They revisit a detail she shared, trusting their loyalty, not knowing they were waiting for an opportunity to use it. This is why I call you to rise. This is why I speak with urgency. Because your mother's softness should never be the reason she gets pushed aside. Her humility should never be her downfall. Her sincerity should never be the reason she suffers. My child, let me show you how to protect her. Not through battle. Not through anger. Not through violence. But through awareness. Through presence. Through wisdom. Stay close to her in this season. Watch how people treat her. Watch who grows distant. Watch who grows impatient. Watch who speaks casually, yet with hidden judgment in their tone. Watch who tries to make decisions around her without including her. Watch who suddenly becomes bold in their opinions. Watch who pretends to help while actually setting up the structure to remove her. You will see the signs clearly now. I am giving you the eyes to see what she cannot. I am giving you the sensitivity to feel what she tries to ignore. I am giving you the strength she no longer has. I tell you this truth. Your mother has been fighting invisible battles long before you even noticed. She has been carrying burdens she never mentioned. She has been dealing with attitudes she pretended not to see. She has been walking through emotional storms silently. She has been enduring disrespect because she wanted to avoid conflict. She has been swallowing pain because she wanted to protect peace. But now, the attack has crossed a spiritual line. Now, it is not just disrespect. Now, it is not just tension. Now, it is not just hurt feelings. Now, they want to remove her completely. And I will not allow them to succeed. My child, I need you to rise emotionally. Not in rage, but in clarity. Not in fear, but in strength. Not in panic, but in heavenly awareness. Because when you rise, the plot will crumble. When you speak, the lies will lose power. When you stand near your mother, the enemy will retreat. When you show support, the one planning this will feel exposed. This is not the time for silence. This is not the time to ignore your intuition. This is not the time to pretend everything is fine. This is the time to acknowledge what I am revealing. This is the time to protect the one who protected you. This is the time to step into your divine assignment. Your mother may not ask for help, but she desperately needs it. She may not express her fears, but she feels the threat growing. She may not speak of her worries, but she senses rejection forming around her. Do not let her face this alone. You have been chosen for such a time as this. You are not receiving this message by accident. You are receiving it because heaven is preparing you to intervene before the storm touches her life. And now, my child, I must reveal the deeper spiritual layer. I must show you what you cannot see with human eyes. I must tell you what is rising behind the scenes. I must expose the next step of the one planning this harmful move. My child, stay close to me as I reveal the final layer of this warning, for what I am about to show you carries both the heaviness of truth and the promise of divine protection. You are entering the deepest part of the message now, the place where spiritual clarity turns into action, where revelation turns into strength, where awareness becomes the shield around the one you love. You must understand that the person planning to remove your mother has already taken steps forward in their mind. They have already rehearsed how they will bring it up. They have already imagined how she will react. They have already pictured the moment of her being displaced, and they believe they will succeed because they think they have the perfect reason. But their reason is not perfect. Their reason is not pure. Their reason is not righteous. It is rooted in fear, insecurity, selfishness, and the quiet belief that no one will stop them. They think your mother is alone. They think her voice is small. They think her value can be ignored. They think her presence can be replaced. But they do not know that heaven has intervened. They do not know that angels are already standing beside her. They do not know that you have been awakened. They do not know that I, the Lord your God, have revealed their intentions before they could make their first move. My child, I need you to feel the seriousness of this moment, but not the fear. I need you to feel the urgency of this warning, but not the panic. I need you to feel the weight of responsibility, but not the burden of hopelessness. Because this is not a message of defeat. This is a message of preparation. This is a message of protection. This is a message of victory foretold before the enemy even breathes his plans into existence. Let me tell you what their next steps are. Let me show you how they intend to use this to push your mother out. They will begin with subtle suggestions. They will speak as though they are considering logical options. They will make it sound like it's best for everyone. They will pretend the idea is new, spontaneous, and practical. But it is not new. It has been forming in their mind for weeks. They have been waiting for the right moment. They have been watching for her weakness. They have been gathering emotional ammunition. They have been rehearsing sentences that sound reasonable but carry poison under the surface. Soon, they will bring up something from the past. A moment your mother trusted them enough to share. A detail she never imagined would be used against her. A mistake she made. A struggle she had. A flaw they observed. A piece of information they held in their hands like a seed, waiting for the day they could plant it into the soil of manipulation. And they believe the moment has come. But they are wrong. Because I am standing in the doorway of their plan, blocking their path. I am tearing apart the strategy they thought was invisible. I am dismantling their confidence from the inside. I am weakening their resolve each time they think about it. I am stirring their conscience, making them uneasy, making their spirit restless. Yet still, the danger remains, because a heart determined to harm will always search for a moment to strike. So listen, my child. You must be the presence that stops this from unfolding. You must be the voice that interrupts the narrative. You must be the strength your mother cannot show right now. You must be the anchor that keeps her grounded when someone tries to pull her foundation from beneath her feet. Stand near her. Support her. Show her she is not alone. Make your presence known. Let the one plotting this see that your mother is not unprotected. Let them see that their plan will not be easy. Let them see that their actions will have consequences. You do not need to announce anything. You do not need to confront anyone. You do not need to reveal what I told you. Your awareness alone will shake the atmosphere. Your presence alone will disrupt the plan. Your closeness alone will strengthen her spirit. Your voice alone will silence the lie before it is spoken. Because when you stand beside your mother, the spiritual ground shifts. The enemy loses confidence. The plan collapses. The pressure to remove her weakens. The conversation they planned will never fully happen. The document they wanted to use will lose its power. The excuse they prepared will fall flat. The attack will scatter into nothingness. My child, your mother has fought long enough. She has cried enough. She has swallowed pain enough. She has endured disrespect enough. She has faced burdens alone for too long. Now it is your turn to stand. Your turn to protect. Your turn to rise. Your turn to be the warrior she always prayed you would become. Your turn to shield the one who once shielded you when you could not defend yourself. And let me tell you something your heart needs to hear: your mother is not as strong as she looks on the surface. She hides her fears. She hides her sadness. She hides her exhaustion. She hides the moments she wonders if anyone truly sees her. She hides the days when even her faith feels tired. But I see her. I hear her. I catch every tear she releases in silence. I feel her trembling spirit when she tries to be brave. I see her fragility when she thinks no one is watching. This is why I send this message. Not to frighten you, but to give you the divine knowledge she does not have. You are the one she needs right now. You are the one who carries the spiritual strength she lacks. You are the one I have chosen as her shield in this season. Do not underestimate the power of your presence. Do not underestimate the power of your awareness. Do not underestimate what happens in the spiritual realm when a child steps into their divine assignment. Now listen, my child. Let me show you what will happen when you step forward with the clarity I have given you. The one planning this will begin to feel exposed. Even without you saying a word, they will sense something has shifted. They will feel watched. They will feel spiritually confronted. They will feel the weight of accountability pressing on their chest. Their confidence will fade. Their motivation will shrink. Their plan will weaken. They will begin to question whether they should move forward. They will second-guess their excuses. They will realize your mother is not alone. They will see that removing her is not as easy as they believed. And as their plan weakens, your mother's spirit will strengthen, because she will feel your support even without knowing the details. She will feel less alone. She will feel less afraid. She will feel less vulnerable. She will feel the warmth of being protected. She will feel my presence surrounding her through you. And that is how the plan to kick her out will fall apart. Not with noise. Not with confrontation. Not with chaos. But with spiritual authority. With silent strength. With divine timing. With your awakened awareness. My child, hear me clearly, I am not just protecting your mother. I am also shaping you. This moment is part of your calling. This moment is part of your growth. This moment is part of your spiritual development. This moment is training your soul for future battles you will face. This moment is building the warrior inside you. This moment is elevating your purpose. You were not chosen randomly. You were chosen because I see what you cannot see. I know the strength inside you. I know the compassion inside you. I know the courage waiting to awaken inside you. I know that when your mother needs you most, you will not turn away. And now, my child, I leave you with this blessing, a shield of divine protection around your mother, a wall of spiritual fire surrounding your home, a covering of my presence over your heart, and a promise that as long as you walk in awareness and wisdom, no one will remove her, no one will displace her, no one will use anything against her, no one will succeed in harming her stability. For I, the Lord your God, have spoken. And what I have spoken cannot be reversed. Your mother is safe. The plan has been exposed. And the power to protect her has been placed into your hands. Now rise, my child. Stand beside her. Stand for her. Stand with her.